Hey folks, I'm back with yet another video, which isn't surprising to me because I think a lot of people are being kind of guided or nudged to speak their truth or to talk about things on their mind these days. And today I'm going to talk about the law of attraction, which is something I think probably most of you are familiar with. And another thing I call my wheel of time, which is a model that I use to help wrap my head around the idea that we're trapped in linear time, yet everything in our life is happening at the same time. And our guides or our higher aspects or spirit or source or higher dimensional ETs or whatever, they're outside of this linear time and time does not apply to them. So I use this model to wrap my own head around that rather. So the law of attraction, I think it means different things to different people, but I think the way it's been presented to a lot of folks over the last 10 years presents it in a way that isn't particularly beneficial right now. I remember, I think I saw the movie The Secret back in 2010, 2011, something like that, which at that point I was already pretty well on my path, but it was before anything kind of weird or crazy had happened to me. But I remember at the time intuitively, I felt it was true, but it just felt off to me and something, and I just kind of moved on from it. So I think the law of attraction it's absolutely true. It's a thing. I mean, meaning that our intentions manifest things into our life. Our consciousness combined with the collective consciousness combined with what I call the wheel of time or the path, which is also basically our path, these things all come together to manifest our reality. And your intentions are going to be part of that manifestation. And depending on the level of your frequency of your energetic frequency, you're either going to manifest really slowly or maybe not so slowly. But the problem is that when you're there's two things you need to consider with the law of attraction. One, you you can wish for anything you want, but if it's something that's a life changer, like goes off the path, you're not going to get it. If you're wishing to hit the lotto and you're not supposed to hit the lotto, you're not going to hit the lotto. If you're wishing you want to be president and you're not supposed to be president, you're not going to be president. It's only effective for things that are within the probability of your path. But the real problem is you're basically grounding yourself into a 3D frequency when you're doing that. When you're trying to use the external world to satisfy you, to make you happy, uh, rather than going within, you're grounding yourself in that external world's frequency. And right now, that's not what we want to be doing. The real usefulness of the law of attraction is that when you live your life in a high vibrational state, when you're trying to always do the right things, say the right things, when you're kind to people, when you do all these things, you start attracting the same things back to you. And you tend to get what you need, but that will make you happy. Basically, treat the world the way you want to be treated. And I see that as the best use of the law of attraction. And now for the wheel of time, as I call it. I had a real difficult time wrapping my head around the concept of time and being out of time and everything's happening simultaneously. And what came to me as a model, a way to express this, and I'm not saying I'm the first one to think of this, but nothing new under the sun. But I don't remember ever reading anything about this. But this is how I kind of wrap my head around it. This is what's called a mutoscope. It's a arcade machine from the early 20th century where a series of pictures would be put in this machine and you would turn a crank and it would be like watching a movie. Now think of this wheel as your life, but at any given time you only exist on one frame of this life reel, this path. So you're inside the wheel, but you have no concept of anything outside the wheel. But the beings or the souls or whatever outside the wheel of time that are looking in on you can see you, see the past you, see the future you, the probable future you. But everything you do and everything everyone else does changes the futures, maybe a little, maybe a lot. It just depends. So everything is based on probabilities of what might happen because of the collective consciousness. So when people are asking their higher aspects for information about what's going to happen in the future, it is really hard to say, because from one frame to the next, free will can change things. So anyway, I hope this helps put things in context for some of you anyway. I think it will help a few people. That's why I'm doing it. But everyone stay safe and stay out of fear. And I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.